What's up, you guys? Chet-Guthrie with DPM Gaming here, coming to you all with another fun-filled TCG-related video. Almost said opening video. But anyway, guys, I figured, last video we did, it was opening up Maze of Millennia. I actually have the two boxes right here. And if you all saw that video, I pulled a transaction rollback in one, and I pulled another transaction rollback in the other. I still didn't pull my bonfire. I still want my bonfire. But anyway, guys, I figured we would take a trip back into the past and we would open up a Kaiba starter deck. Now, these were the very things that kicked off the Yu-Gi-Oh! Not Revelation, but kicked off the Yu-Gi-Oh! Saga, or the beast that is Yu-Gi-Oh! And if you look right here, you can see 1996 Kazuki Takahashi, Upper Deck Entertainment, the original Upper Deck Entertainment. And anyway, it even has, you know, the old saying right here, in ancient Egypt, there existed a force so powerful it had to be locked away for a millennia. Now, one boy has released the power. It's time to duel. But there's an interesting story how I got this Kaiba starter deck. My dad was a manager for Kmart, and somebody had tried stealing one of those big collector boxes that, you know, a third party makes. And in that third party company box that they had a Kaiba starter deck. However, this box was covered in glue, and when I pulled out this box back in 2009, I mean, it screwed it up pretty bad. But luckily, I mean, I've had it for this long, and I'm glad that I have had it. I'm just so glad that I have this amazing piece of history. Now, this box, it is, obviously, it's not one of the expensive ones, neither, because it's not first edition, and it is not in the best of conditions. But I figured, since it is not all that in a great condition, I figured, you know what, you guys, we'd take a trip down memory lane, and we would look inside this particular box. Now, mind you, I mean, I've taken as best care as I can, but this is a Blue Eyes White Dragon. You know, ignore that. This was the only sleeve that I had at the time, but this Blue Eyes White Dragon came out of this particular box, and it is in the best shape. That, although I think I do have another one that's in way better condition. But this is probably my most favorite Blue Eyes White Dragon art. It's just like, you don't see that kind of art anymore. And I really wish that Konami has actually made reprints of this, like the Ghosts. I can't remember. Anyway, it was Blue Eyes White Dragon in this art as a ghost rare. And I mean, the card itself is gorgeous, but it has an outrageous price tag on it. But I'm not complaining. This is the original mat. And for all you Yu-Gi-Oh! Players of today, let me blow your mind. Let me blow y'all's mind. This is what the mat looked like way back when, in 2000, about 2001, 2002. And this is how it looked for a very long time. It was simple, it was easy. The fusion deck was called, which is now the extra deck. Anyway, back then, you could, put a, you were only allowed to have one field spell on the field. Those were really good times, and this is the original rule book. And I think actually in this rule book, I know some rule books, they will say 4,000 life points, But that was like in the early days before they changed it to 8,000 life points. But I mean, this is, oh yeah, and this will make you, this will blow your mind. Back then, ritual monsters were extremely new back then. So anyway, we're gonna look through this deck, and mind you, the only card that I do not have that is in the Kaiba starter deck is I do not have a Monster Reborn. I was kind of dumb with it. And also, this is a Blue Eyes White Dragon. That is not a part of the starter deck, but I do keep it. I think I kept it there for a long time because I didn't really know where to put it. But oh yeah, I gotta share with y'all this. The Wicked Beast. This is like back when, effects were just, effects were effects. Mostly normal monsters were the thing that ruled the landscape, like Battle Locks, Kaiba's famed Battle Locks, Komori Dragon, part of Kaiba's dragons, and Judge Man. Kaiba used this against Yugi in the anime of the very first episode. Rogue Doll, I don't think Kaiba ever used in the anime. Now, I think he did use Kochikoshi once, and Irabe, and don't get me started. Now, actually, I think it was like for the 10th or 15th anniversary, they did a different art of that. I really wish I had kept those cards because they are pretty expensive. Mystic Horseman, Terra the Terrible, Well, and his attack and defense is pretty terrible. In modern Yu-Gi-Oh, the attack and defense of, that caliber, no, you'd get blown away in the first turn. Master and Expert. I mean, this just goes to show, like, how far Yu-Gi-Oh has come as a trading card game. And I will say, like, most of these cards are in extremely good condition. That's because I never did anything. I mean, once I found this Kaiba starter deck, I know I shouldn't have opened it, but I did want to play a game. And that was like back in high school. That's back before these things were even, when they weren't worth anything. Uzaki, inflict 800 points of direct damage. Oh yeah, and that's also back when they were still called Magic cards, and Magic the Gathering didn't, get butthurt over it. Ryukushin powered. Swordstalker, I remember Swordstalker. If y'all remember in the anime, Swordstalker had a really awesome effect, but in real life Yu-Gi-Oh, that's not the case. And Lajin, the Mystical Genie of the Lamp. Rude Kaiser. Destroyer Golem. Skullbird. D-Human. Pal Beast. Fissure, destroys one person's face-up monster with the lowest attack. Trap Hole, we all thought Trap Hole was good back then, but not so much in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Two-pronged attack. Dispel. The inexperienced spy. Actually, I mean, that's actually, I mean, I guess halfway. I mean, to look at one card from your opponent's hand. And let me see, reinforcements. And I think probably in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Ancient Telescope is actually pretty good. I mean, you get to look, it gives you like an advantage to see what your opponent has coming up. And Just Desserts, that was alright. And this is something that'll blow y'all's mind. This is Lord of D. You can say so many jokes about Lord of D, but this is the super rare. I mean, it's still in great condition. And we've also got the Flute of Summoning Dragon. Another great staple in early Yu-Gi-Oh! Especially if you played dragons. Plus, there's no like card once per turn. You can just summon like two straight up, dragons if Lord of D is on the field. Mysterious Puppeteer. Trap Master. Trap Master creeped me out so much as a kid. One of the things that I noticed that is not in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that flip map monsters have their own type. Way back when, Yu-Gi-Oh! Used to have just straight up flip. Sojin, you know, increased the attack and defense of all beast warriors and warriors by 200 points. We all knew that that was pretty scary back then. Ooh, so scary. And Hane was one of your really helpful cards way back in early Yu-Gi-Oh! Not so much now anymore. Reverse Trap, Remove Trap, Castle Walls, Ultimate Offering. And now there is Monster Reborn is in the starter deck Kaiba, but somehow in some way I've lost Monster Reborn. But you guys, I thought it would be a cool video to take a step back in time where it all began. You know, looking at one of the very first Yu-Gi-Oh! Products that ever existed. And gosh, I hope I didn't lose my blue eyes. Oh no, right here. But anyway, guys, this is going to be another video for another day. Remember, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Always means a lot. Goes to show that y'all care and that y'all want to see more awesome TCG related videos. So without further ado, you guys, this video is over.